right, everybody, we got something really beautiful and really exciting today. Just gonna give a moment for people to come on. If you're already here, what's up, everybody? I'm sitting on something, literally sitting on something very exciting. Sitting on something very, very exciting. Okay, if you're watching the replay in the future, thank you for your patience. We shall get started as soon as I see some people who are on live here on this experience. Okay, so let me get right to it. Okay, hello first people watching. Nice to see you here. If you're here on live, say hello. What's up? Where in the world are you tuning in from? So I have something very exciting to share with you. So those of you who know me, you know that I've been in the retreat space for a very long time, leading live events, leading also online courses, but mostly live experiences all around the world, and traveling and leading things. And what's up, Karina? What's up, Joel? How you doing? And I have never before created something physical other than as gifts for participants in retreats, but this is the first time that I've ever created something that is going to be open for the public. I can see that there's more people, but I can't actually see who it is. So hello everybody who's tuning in right now. Okay, let me just turn down the music a little bit. Let's see, a little softer. Okay, there we go. So yesterday we got the first delivery of the first samples for the Ecstatic Awakening Yoga Mats. This is something that I have been working on for a while. I have been designing, I have been micro adjusting the design to infinity. If you've ever sat next to me when I've created a website, then you know that I can basically refine things in terms of graphic design and website. If you've seen the Ecstatic Awakening website or any of the other websites I've created, you know that, you know, hopefully, unless you're like, I hate the websites, what's she talking about? But, you know, I really love pristine design and pristine graphic expression, because every single shape, every single color, every single line, every single nuance, every single layering of symbols is a transmission. And so this is another expression of that. I received the idea for the download of this some weeks ago, and I got to work and basically created a design for a yoga mat that I had a vision that this is going to be the most epic yoga mat you've ever seen. It's like the one mat to end them all. And I felt really inspired to create something that has very luxurious, kind of suede, eco, luxury kind of fabricy feel. I'm going to show it in just a moment. And then I started working together with a production team, and we just now received yesterday the first 4 samples of the Ecstatic Awakening Yoga Mat. This is made in eco rubber with non-toxic ink. It's all eco-consciously produced, eco-certified, and all the things. Okay, I'm gonna just get right to it. I think I can flip my camera so that I can actually show you this. Gabriel and I yesterday, we filmed also a kind of a reveal video where we're going into more details about the 4 different designs, but I want to show you the winner. And so let me just flip my camera here. And go here and flip. And here, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. This is the first ever Ecstatic Awakening. I believe when you see it, because Facebook Live is silly, I think you might see it flipped. So if you see it flipped, then we'll make sure to post some things that are, you know, showing it in the right direction as well. And so if you see it flipped, then just imagine it, or just go up to a mirror and you can see it the other way around. But this is the design for the first ever Ecstatic Awakening Yoga Mat. I'm going to keep on moving back so you can see it here. It's just very casually laid out on our bed with the silk pillowcases here in the background. What's up, Shannon? What's up, Stefan and other people? Let me just go down here. I'm just going to show you kind of the overview and then give some more detail here in a moment. And so as you might be able to see, this has a very nice, like, kind of fabricy luxury feel. Hey Trinidad, whoa, it looks amazing. Yeah, exactly, right? I sent you the design. I sent the design of this just as a JPEG, not flipped. Okay, amazing. That's super cool. Thank you. So I shared the design with the Ecstatic Awakening participants from the Costa Rica retreat, and so I shared it in our WhatsApp chat just for that one, and everyone was like, dude, this is insane. I want to pre-order, which is what we're about to. Hey Shannon, what we're about to open right now. And I was so nervous yesterday. Let me just come back unflipped in a moment, or for a moment. I was so nervous yesterday when we opened, we got the package with the 4 different designs, and I was like, oh, it's so like scary but exciting, but like, because it's been, you know, a month in the making, and then finally got the delivery, and the photos of the samples that the production team sent before they shipped it, they looked good, but you don't really know until you see it in real life. And so when we received these ones and unpacked them, I was like, holy shit, it looks even better, like for real, even better in real life. And so the design that I created looks more kind of like a neutral gray in the background, but actually the one that is the real thing has more of a kind of like purple charcoal background. So let me just unflip or flip again to show you what I'm talking about. So the actually looks grayer, a little bit more gray on my phone. It might be the night shift, but basically it has a very subtle purple tone to the charcoal. As you can see, it has a background of hexagon. It's funny because when you touch it, it's kind of like almost like a velvet couch, you know, like when you touch it, the fibers go one way. So that's why I keep on like stroking to just smooth it out. But it's like a really nice, I don't like the rubber mats personally. Also, if you get sweaty, this is the kind of mat that just grips more and more the more you sweat. If you don't sweat, you can spray a little essential oil or yoga mat spray, and then it will just grip. Like, you will never slide on this mat, I promise you this. Somebody's experienced a lot of slidey mats. This is the one you've been looking for. So I'm gonna go through the design. So it has a background of charcoal hexagon pattern with, as you can see here in the top, it has this kind of ancient future sacred geometry pattern that is also mirrored at the very bottom here. And it's a really nice subtle kind of like gradient in different tones of gold here. And in the middle, it's a similar one, but as you can see here at the top, these are open on every angle. And here it's completely closed, so to speak. And so it's a similar but different pattern in the center. And so I created it in this way. Thank you, Joanna. I created it in this way because I wanted it to have a very clear center line. I'll speak more about the center lines. That's mirrored in the hexagon pattern, as well as the smoke sound frequencies in the center. As well as, so I wanted to have a very clear center line, as well as a very clear center place. And so if I show it kind of a bit more further away, like this, you can see that excuse the slippers on the floor there. You can see that it has a really nice, just like centerpiece. If you're meditating on it, then this is the perfect place to sit. So you can place your root center, your root chakra straight here on this center, and it's like this really beautiful, both grounding and elevating, expansive kind of launch pad for you. What's up, Chels? And so this is a place where you can sit and meditate here right in the center. And then here we have, of course, Ecstatic Awakening. It does not say Ecstatic Awakening Retreat because it's not specific to the retreat, but it's specific to the Ecstatic Awakening transmission. So if I go a bit closer here, you can see that there is the Symbology. Thank you, Chels. Beautiful portal. What's up, Elton? Beautiful Symbology here in the lettering. We have a stylized brain here between the E and the N, standing for the expansion of consciousness, or whatever you tap into when you see this and feel this. The molecular structure that you see here, you might recognize from the Ecstatic Awakening logo, the molecular structure right here is a double flipped oxytocin molecule. In other words, the neurotransmitter of love, you can say. So we have a double oxytocin molecule. Zooming in here now on the smoke effect. So this kind of is a smoky sound frequencies. If you imagine a sound wave, or the wave, the vibration of just you, then this is what this is. Chell says, love all the details you put into everything you weave. Thank you, love. Thank you. Yeah, you know it. Chels was at the Ecstatic Awakening retreat in Costa Rica, so she knows this deeply. And so here is a sound frequency wave that is symbolizing, of course, the frequency in the quantum field and in all of life. This one is also mirrored further down here, but bigger. So it's bigger the second time, and we also have the double oxytocin molecules again, bigger and more faded, more subtle. So the opacity is lower on the second time here. And you can see that there's a very subtle line right here in the beginning of the sound frequency. This perfectly traces the midline of the entire mat, and this keeps on kind of oscillating around the midline and then completing again. It's very, very subtle down into the midline here again. So you have a very clear, when you're doing yoga, you have a very clear midline for placing your feet and your hands. And hey Annette, welcome. And the Ecstatic Awakening lettering, just do one at a time so you can see it. Like when you're in downward dog, or when you're in child's pose and you're stretching out your hands in front of you, basically your hands will perfectly align on either side of these letters, basically like this. And so we have 4 different versions of the mat. And this is the winner. And 2 of the other versions, they have bigger lettering. So the Ecstatic Awakening letters are bigger on 2 of the other samples that we ordered, that I designed. Created 4 different versions of the design, but this one is my favorite because it really just aligns perfectly when you're placing your hands for your yoga poses, that downward dog. Then Ecstatic Awakening is perfectly in the center, and it's popping enough to be beautiful, but subtle enough that it's a really, it blends in really nicely with the whole mat. The material is eco rubber. Hello, Courtney. Is eco rubber, and with a really nice kind of like soft suede finish on top. So again, this is not the kind of like rubber plasticky mat, but it has this really nice fabricy, canvasy kind of, what's up, Georgie? Welcome. This really nice kind of luxurious suede kind of canvasy feel. Again, if you're a sweaty person, then this will make it grip like freaking glue. Like, this is the best grip I have ever felt on a mat, ever. And if you don't sweat, then you can just spray a little water, essential oils, or yoga mat spray, and it will be the perfect grip once again. Or you just take a little bit of water on your hands, do this before you start, and then you're good to go for your practice. And so what we're going to do for these mats is that tomorrow I'm going to send out an email to my email list. And Courtney's like, I want this so much. I know, I've been so excited, just leading up to this and being so excited to see this and receive this. I left my previous yoga mat in Costa Rica, and I purposefully did not buy a new one because I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to create the Ecstatic Awakening Yoga Mat. And so I've been waiting for this like a kid on Christmas. So tomorrow I'm going to send out an email to my list announcing the opening of the pre-order of this. We're going to either make 50 or 100 mats, depending on how many people pre-order for the first batch. And then later on it's going to be available and you can just buy it. And we're going to be working with a really great shipping company in the US that can ship to anywhere in the world. If you're in the US, it's kind of like Amazon type shipment, just free 2-day shipping I think we're going to have for the US. For other parts of the world, it's going to be like really good, fast and easy shipping either way. But for now, for now. Chelsea says, I left mine outside and it's pretty worn out. Definitely could use a new... Oh, your previous yoga mat. Definitely could use a new one. Yeah, definitely. It's funny because when I shared this in the Ecstatic Awakening group chat, Jason, one of the participants who's a yoga teacher, he's like, I already have a yoga mat. I'm like, well, it's not like, you know, it's not like you have one yoga mat and then you never have another one. It's like, you know, you can be polyamorous when it comes to yoga mats, although this might become your primary yoga mat partner, you know, when you feel it. It's like really, really beautiful. The thickness of this one is 3.5 millimeters. So as you can see here, when they're rolled up, it's a really, really, really nice one. Yeah, not this one, right? Badass design. So we are gonna have later on, I think, also the 1.5 millimeter, which is perfect for traveling, but this is the perfect, this is basically what I would call like medium thickness, which is not the crazy super thick, but it's like the perfect thickness for when you want to have your yoga mat at home and take it to the studio. And then we might come out with this travel one that's like super thin, but that doesn't have the same cushioning. So this is like a perfect kind of like perfect thickness. Really nice grip on the underside as well. So yes, tomorrow I'm going to send out an email to my list announcing that we're going to open pre-ordering, which basically means people can click a link and then they will be notified when we open pre-ordering. And so basically, I think this Tuesday, the 14th of December, we're going to open pre-order, and then we're going to open pre-ordering for the first 50 or the first 100 mats, depending on how many people want them. And then we're going to close it for the first batch, because we're working with not the design company. I designed this, but working with the production company that is producing these beautiful eco mats. And so basically, if you want to receive the notification when these mats are out, you can comment on this video, and I would say also send me a DM here on Facebook. Send me a message that you want to receive the link to the page where you can pre-order these ones. They're going to be $111, so $111 for these beautiful, beautiful mat. And we're also going to be including a meditation bundle, which later when they come out, not the pre-order, then this meditation bundle will be an additional thing. But for the pre-order, we will include a meditation bundle as well, together with a mat. Let's see what else. So yes, if you want to pre-order one, then comment on this video. Also, I would say send me a message, because I may or may not check like all the comments, but send me a message and just be like, yo, I want to pre-order the yoga mat. We're going to place the order for the production of this coming week, and they will be delivered in January. Most likely in the first half of January, but depending on, you know, how things go, it might be mid-January, but around the first half, I would say, of January. So it's like you order it as a gift, a Christmas gift for you now, and you receive it as a New Year's present. Courtney says it's not just a mat, it's how it makes you feel as part of the awesomeness. I love this. Yeah, I definitely agree. So let me just move back a little bit so you can see the full thing. It's honestly like the best mat I've ever seen. Can just roll out like another one that's a somewhat different. Let me see which one. Maybe this one. Can just roll out here. Okay, so I think this one is a similar one, but kind of like bigger lettering that we have. And then, oh yeah, we're also going to actually opening pre-order for one more thing, which is the black and gold mulberry silk Ecstatic Awakening eye mask. Actually have one here behind that I sleep with every single night. We gave this to all the participants in the Ecstatic Awakening retreat in Costa Rica as well. And we're going to put in another order for these ones, and they will also be available for pre-order on the same page when we open. So this is the black and gold mulberry silk Ecstatic Awakening silk eye mask. This is for real the softest thing that has ever touched my face. It's kind of like a mix between a kitten and a cloud. It's so soft. This is very well worn, but still in super good shape. I've been using this like every night since August. And so it also has the Ecstatic Awakening lettering, slightly different design, the oxytocin molecule, and then you are infinite. So this is a mask that is perfect to meditate with as well as to sleep with when you just want to either create more darkness or just calm down your mind, your brain, your eyes. Then this is perfect for that. So the Ecstatic Awakening Mulberry Silk, I think it's 22 mom mulberry silk eye mask. That one will also be available for pre-ordering, and so you can message about that as well to be notified both when this yoga mat as well as the mulberry silk eye mask goes on. And I think on Tuesday will be the moment when we open pre-sale, and then we will close it once the first batch has been filled. I think what we're gonna do. Okay, let me unflip this and come back again. So this has been so much fun to show you guys. It's like I'm so proud of this creation. I have never before created physical things like this. This is all my design. I spent many hours refining this design and micro adjusting all of these things, and so I'm very, very excited with, you know, excited about how it turned out. I knew the design was going to be spectacular because, you know, I refined this over many hours and meditation sessions, and thank you, Courtney. Thank you. And it's that autumn glow. I'm in Austin, Texas, by the way. It's kind of unexpected. Some of you might think that I'm still in Costa Rica, but Gabriel and I just moved to Austin. So it's a wild hair day today. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the mats. Do you want to have your hands and your feet and your little everything on this? And if so, let me know in the comments, and also send me a personal message. Tomorrow I'm going to send this out to about 8,000 people on my email list to announce the pre-order of the first 100 or the first 50, depending on. It's pretty heavy to ship. If you imagine like shipping 100 yoga mats, it's like a pretty big thing to do, and so that's why we're doing it in kind of like small batches, and also just, you know, starting small and then building it from there. But I'm super excited. Gabriel is going to be choosing one of these yoga mats for himself as well. And oh, last thing I want to say, so like I said, we ordered 4 samples of these, and we ordered 4 different samples of these. We selected our winner from this. We also made a video where we go through, like, where we unbox and we unveil that we filmed yesterday, which is like just like our first reactions to this. And we have picked a winner, but that basically means that there are 3 mats that will never be printed in more than this one particular, like this one sample. So I'm gonna use this one that is now the winner of them all. That's gonna be my personal yoga mat from here on. Gabriel already picked one that is his favorite, and then there are 2 more that are left that will never be printed in any more editions. Like, there will just be this like 1-and-1 edition of this. Because we're only gonna print the winning design, so to speak. But all of them are amazing. They're just like slightly different. Like, one has slightly bigger lettering, one has more slightly faded, another one has a slightly different hexagon background for the pattern here. It has like smaller hexagons. And those ones, so these are gonna be 111, so 111, and the limited edition ones that will never be printed again is literally just the ones that we have here. They are going to be, we're tuning into like maybe like auctioning them, so we might do that later. But also, if you guys are watching these videos and you're like, dude, I'm not gonna wait until January, I want them now, then we literally have 2 yoga mats that we're selling for 222. So double compared to the other ones, but you know that you have the one of a kind and you also receive it now. We can ship it, I would say, anywhere within the US, Europe, I'm not sure, maybe. Or maybe if you're like, hey, I live in Europe, but I can just, you know, cover the extra shipping, I'm sure we can figure that out as well. But if you're like, I want one of these yoga mats now, then these are 222 for the ones that will just be the one and only forever. And then if you want to pre-order for the first batch that will be shipped in January, then you can message me and I'll send the link to you when we open pre-order on Tuesday. And then if you're on my email list, then tomorrow, you'll be receiving an email announcing basically, you know, what I've just been saying here. What's up, Lionel? What's up, Erika? Welcome. What's up, Stacy? Okay, so those of you who are joining now, just know that we've been geeking out on this for a long time. I don't even know how long we've been on, but I'm gonna wrap this up. And so if you're curious to see the full unveiling of these amazing yoga mats, then you can go back in a moment when this live video, hey Shiva, when this live video, hey Stacy, nice, so cool. When this live video is complete, then I think you can go back and just watch the whole thing if you want to get all the details, including the excitement, as well as, you know, when I'm going through the full, like the different elements in the design and describe the details of everything. You can go back to the beginning of this video and watch it. And if you want to pre-order, which I think you do, this is for real, this is like the best yoga mat I've seen in my entire life, no joke. Seen and felt, both the design as well as the quality, the feeling of it it's just phenomenal, it's extraordinary. So if you want to pre-order the yoga mat, if you want to pre-order the mulberry silk black and gold Ecstatic Awakening eye mask for meditation and for sleep. I've had many silk eye masks. I'm not going to call people out, but I've had many silk eye masks in my days. This is the softest one I've ever had. It's the softest one. It's the soft, like pretty much like the softest thing to ever touch my face is this silk eye mask. It's incredible. We gave one to every single person who attended the Ecstatic Awakening retreat in Costa Rica, and I've been using it ever since. And when we were in Miami last week for Art Week, we were doing this NF tree planting. It's a whole other thing I might tell you, but last week Gabriel and I were in Miami for Art Week, and we were part of the organization of the NF tree launch and the VIM launch. And NF tree is spearheaded by Virginia Salas Castillo, and the vision is to plant 15 billion trees to start with, you know, as part of an NFT launch. If you're into crypto and NFTs, you know what that means. But basically, when I was walking into Virginia's bedroom in this 37th floor penthouse in Miami, then next to the bed, of course, is her, excuse me, the strap is hanging it down. Then next to her bed, of course, was Virginia's Ecstatic Awakening eye mask that she was given when she attended the Ecstatic Awakening retreat in Costa Rica. That's nice. I can just rest my elbows on these other yoga mats. And so this one, we might make a bundle if you get both the silk mask and the yoga mat, which I think is a really good companion, because and it doesn't have a silk strap on the back, but it has an adjustable one, which I actually think is more important. It's a very thin and soft one, so you can't really feel it, because I'm super sensitive to when you can, like, an annoying things or disturbing, like, you know, when it's like almost good, but then there's like the one strap that just feels uncomfortable. So this adjustable strap is really, really nice and soft. It's a really nice bundle when you do the silk eye mask together with the yoga mat, because you can meditate, and together with the meditation bundle you receive, you can go really deep into meditation. And it's really nice to wear a silk eye mask to go even deeper into the, you know, the DMT activation and the pineal gland activation and all that. Yeah. So I think that's it, guys. Have a really, really beautiful rest of your, what day is it? Saturday. Have a really beautiful rest of your Saturday today, or if you're watching this in the future. Then again, summary is basically, if you want to go back and see the full details of these yoga mats, you can go back to the full video, watch the whole thing, or just kind of skim through the video to what seems to be the important parts. If you want to pre-order, message me, comment down below. And I think that's it, guys. Have a really great rest of your day. Pre-order will open on Tuesday, and I'm excited. Love you so much. Have a great rest of your morning, day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Peace. Signing out. We'll end this in 3, 2, 1, and